Right now in shop, I'm working on customer units with the ignition switch of a rototiller. We're also working on a lot of Nocti stuff, getting ready for like the seniors to do it this year. Valve service, all those things that we do on Nocti. I'm also getting the juniors like ready and prepared. Just being able to work on stuff that I own or that friends own, that's what the main reason I did power sports for.
Yeah, we recently did a cooling system on some of our diesel engines out there. I walked him through it and let him take over, and he did very well. He didn't hesitate with none of the things. He got all the pieces off, no problems putting it back together. He's very energetic when it comes to working. He has no problem with stepping up with someone, even to get the project done, even if it's a hard one. Like, I think it's like a rototiller he's working on right now. But he stepped up for that job and took it on with no problem.
After school, I want to do like music, music production, all that. My parents got me a drum kit when I was 3. And they knew instantly I wanted to play drums. Like I was always just tapping on stuff. I have a studio set up in my house, so I've been working on the actual music production side of it, so like the beats and vocals and like learning all the mixing and mastering stuff. I'd say my like music class is my favorite. So Miss and Terry invited me to go to the York County's Honors Band, but being able to like work with other musicians from other schools, it was definitely a fun experience.
I consider him a leader because I think he sets a good example of how you should be always on time and ready to work. And I think he sets that every time, because every time we come in, first one in the seat with his computer out ready to go. And every time Spar has a question and he calls on him or chooses him, he'll have an answer for him as well. Always come to him a lot because we always hang out a lot too. So even in the classroom and even outside of school, he's always been helpful. When
I was told that I was Student of the Month, I was surprised but happy. Being able to get recognized for the stuff I do in shop and other classes, it's nice to be recognized.
In medical, we've been learning about nutrition and how it affects the human body, what adequate diets there are, what vitamins and minerals do in your body. We've been working on basic processes in the hospital, like bed making, patient positioning, hand washing. Bed making and PPE are important because you want to keep the patient and yourself safe when you're coming in contact with them. You want to not have any wrinkles on the bed and try to make it adequately so they don't get any ulcers. And you want to have proper PPE on so that you don't transfer infection to the patient or to yourself. So Mrs. Hawkins has been a very good support pillar throughout my school year. Last year and this year, it was hard to keep up with classwork, and she was just there to always help us out whenever we needed it. And my friends as well, we're always working together and we get along very well. We always go up to each other if we have any questions, and we work well as groups.
Rehan's amazing. He's very dedicated to what he does. He gives 100% an effort academically, and in the lab, he's very hardworking and always makes sure he finishes things on time. Me and him are both going to HOSA. We have a competition to go to in March 13th. We worked on that project together for 2 weeks that we had to go present to a crowd of 1,800 people.
My family had a major impact on me to go into like healthcare because a large majority of my family works in the healthcare department, and I feel very motivated and inspired by what they do and how I see them help other people. I want to be able to go into a medical school and go for anesthesiology, as that's what I want to do in the field. I find it very fascinating about like how the medication works on patients and how you could save a life. When I found out I was Student of the Month, I was very honored because I know not very many people earn the award. I was very shocked to see that I was recognized as to how much hard work I was putting in, and I want to thank my friends and my teachers and family members, because without them I don't think I would be where I am.
Down in my co-op position here, I get to do a lot of fun stuff, lots of helping teachers, helping students, repairing laptops. I even get to do other cool stuff like managing the network, doing cool network things, which is what my shop was about, and I really enjoy doing that. I was in network and cybersecurity my junior year. We got to do a lot of like hacking and just a lot of networking stuff. I don't know what I would do without being able to do what I learned up there. I really enjoy helping people. So there's like bigger projects, like we got to install a bunch of new docks and laptops for the teachers over in admin. And that was a pretty big project, but people really enjoyed it. It was a big upgrade for them. I really like doing that. I take a music class at York Tech here with Mrs. Entreri. This year I'm just going all out on bass, playing with different people. It gives me lots of different perspectives on things, playing different genres. And Mrs. Entreri has been great for giving me great practice routines, great ideas, and good things to work on. I first started getting interested in bass guitar after my sister had a bass, and I just took it and started playing it. Before the end, the band I'm in now, we play alt rock, a little bit of punk. We like playing a bunch of different stuff. Anything that, you know, we just like exploring different genres and becoming better musicians. We got to play at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and we made it to the finals, which was extremely cool. It's very happy seeing people enjoy your music, hearing compliments after shows. It's just very rewarding to me. After here, I plan on going to Harrisburg University, and then after that, I would like to go into cybersecurity. And my grandfather worked here, my uncle worked here, my aunt and mom both work here, and my dad graduated from here. So it was kind of a big thing to go here, and it worked great. From here, I have 1 year experience doing a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna graduate with a couple certs that have greatly helped me and will help me get a job after college. When I found out I was Student of the Month, I felt very rewarded and just very motivated to do the best I could with stuff. You know, I've spent a lot of time working very hard at York Tech, doing everything I can.
I'm going to be working on a electrical board doing power seats and figuring out, you put in a code and it will give you an issue or a problem to figure out, and you test it and use a multimeter to figure out what the problem is, and then you can go from there and see how you could fix it. I'm looking forward to doing my inspection and emissions, so then I can go and be ready to go and become a flat rate tech eventually, and then I have that.
We were working on an engine project where we took the truck engine out of a pickup. During that, we had the problems with taking the dash apart and just a lot of electrical problems that she really helped with, finding out what needed to be replaced and what needed to be fixed and grounded to everything on the stand that we had to custom make.
Hot Rodders of Tomorrow is an engine building club. Disassemble and reassemble engines as fast as possible. It's very beneficial for me, at least, going into the field. You get all that inside engine work. You can work on multitasking and problem solving. Last year, the two Hot Rodders teams finished 2nd and 4th in the nation. I've always liked cars and building things and working on them. So when I heard about York Tech and watched the video on it, it was kind of like, oh, you might like that, and ever since I've loved it. Working at the dealership is a nice benefit because I can go over to the other techs and they give me tips and pointers and everything.
I think she'll be really successful. She has a job now and she seems to be doing really well, and I think she'll go really far with what she does.
When I found out I was Student of the Month, I was very pleased to know that my effort has paid off and I've achieved something.
I am currently in rotation 4 of my IT shop. I am in hardware, and the 3 other rotations are networking, software, and programming. Currently we're doing the basic components and how each component interacts with devices connected to a desktop, computer, like servers, stuff like that. It can be a lot of fun, especially in networking. You get to work with like routers and access points, which is what we're going to be doing in hardware. Is we're going to set up an access point. Setting up Linux 4 VM, like different network related features such as like OpenSSH, which is a service that allows you to connect remotely using different secure network utilities, which allows you to send commands to other computers. I might have to talk with my counselor about it, but I will definitely choose software to networking. Software really relates to networking because we use a lot of networking utilities, which are mostly open source. So open source software is software that is public and it can be used on like almost all distributions. So like Linux or Unix based distributions, Microsoft Windows, Mac OS or Apple, like a lot of the different OSs use open source software. They can be really useful when you're configuring your network settings and creating a more secure and safe network. It's really cool because in software we have our own separate network that we work on. So I configured an OpenSSH server which allowed someone to connect remotely to my VM or my virtual machine. I really do think this school is a great opportunity for other students, especially those coming out of middle school wanting like new opportunities. When I was nominated, I was very surprised.